there, scientists. Clearly, I've made peace with the owls. We're cool now. But really, I love animals. Especially these guys. I love otters. Do you remember the story of the otters and the sea star? Let me remind you. Kelp is the backbone of the California coast, an aquatic plant that is home to a variety of sea creatures, including fish, and a favorite snack of the spiny sea urchin. The California coast is also home to a variety of marine mammals, including the sea otter. The sea otter is one of the few mammals that can crack through the shell of the spiny sea urchin and eat the meat inside. In the 1800s, people realized the value of the otter's pelt for its warmth and water resistance and hunted the otters to near extinction. No one really saw a problem with this until fishermen began complaining that they were not able to find any fish. The government sent down divers to check out the situation. They found that the population of sea urchin had exploded, and with no otters to keep the population down, they were chewing through the kelp, and the kelp was floating away, taking the fish with it. In the 1900s, they made otters a protected species, and slowly the population of otters has recovered. When the otters weren't around, the whole food web and ecosystem fell apart. What do you think would happen to the owl food web and the owl ecosystem if there was a shortage of owls? Without owls to eat them, the population of rats and other rodents would explode. The majority of owls aren't an endangered or protected species, but there are a few that are, like the northern spotted owl. But that said, owls, like many other animals, face challenges that are outside their control. Any guesses who the culprit of these challenges might be? I'll give you a hint. It's the same culprit as the otter story. People, us, right? Let's think about the prey of the owl. When we talked about food webs, we talked about how energy moves through each part of the food web. Plants get their energy from the sun. Smaller consumers get their energy from eating the plants, and so on, until eventually that energy makes its way to the top of the food web. But other things besides the sun's energy move up. What happens if the lower consumers eat something that's not so great? Energy is not the only thing that makes its way through a food chain. Poisons and toxins can too. Yeesh, then he would really look like this guy. Sometimes animals eat things accidentally, like plants that might have pesticides on them or chemicals on them. But sometimes people don't want the rodents or pests eating their plants, so they put chemicals on them intentionally to poison them, not realizing that they will also poison other animals in the same food web. Sometimes we forget that our actions have bigger effects on other parts of the environment and our planet. As global citizens, we have a responsibility to protect our planet and the things that live on it. It's not really animals that are making all the pollution, is it? Animals don't make a lot of trash, animals don't drive cars, and animals don't run factories. But we can make different choices. It's fair for a farmer not to want a pest to eat their crops, but there are more environmentally friendly ways to go about that, like these humane traps. You put some cheese or some bait in there, the rodent goes in. Oh, he's a big one. Goes in and gets trapped. It also can trap unsuspecting science teachers as well. I know that sometimes you might feel like you're a kid, and what can you do? It might feel like just because you recycle, or compost, or walk to school instead of drive, that you're not doing really a whole lot to help the environment. But all of those little steps, all of those little changes can add up to big things for the health of our planet. And someone's got to take care of it. It's the only one we've got. See you next time, scientists. Okay, scientists, thanks for watching. Did you enjoy that lesson? Subscribe below to see more fun science videos. See you next time.